Hey guys, I'm Nishant. Welcome to Cybernetico. So today in this video, let's build an image gallery using React, Undesign and Firebase as backend service. So it has two pages called upload an image and see all photos. And I will leave a starter GitHub link in the description. So we can just enter the uploader name. So let's say Nishant and let's choose some photos. Any photos, any photo, and the GC photos name is coming here, and this button is getting to loader button, changing to loader button. Then we can also enter the location. So let's say Patna or anything you wish. Then click submit. We will see this toast message called photo added, and it will be added inside our this page. So wait for it, and you see it is getting added. So in this see all photos, we will see all the photos. So this image and the second image. So it has also and function to delete. We also have the function to delete this image. So if we just click delete button here, this will delete this image and close the modal. So click it. So see photo deleted. We're getting this message and the photo has been deleted from the Firebase. So now let's, without wasting any time, let's get right into it. So let's start. First of all, let's create a project in Firebase. So just click create a project here and enter the project name. So let me enter this. Continue. We don't need analytics here, and then create project. It is being created. Meanwhile, let's install Firebase in our project. So just type yarn add Firebase or npm install Firebase. Though both will work. Click continue here. It's opening. So we need to do a few things here. So first is we need to allow the storage. So click storage here and get started. Then next, and wait a sec, what happened? So we need the storage. Get started. Next, done. It's creating our folder, which is also called bucket. So let's wait for it. Second thing to do here is just go to Firestore database and enable it. So just click create database here and similarly like before, enable it. Then we need to set the rules of the storage and Firestore. So we will do that. So first, just remove this if false. This is only for authentication. So it means that we can only save, read or write data when they are authenticated, when we are authenticated. And just go to storage and do the same thing. Click rules here and read the rules. Remove this is request auth not equal to null and then publish. Now let's go to this settings and project settings. Here create a file called Firebase config in src folder. Firebase config.js, and just put, okay, we need to create one app here. So let's create it first. So the app name will be, let's say, what was it, Travelgram. Then registered app. And we need to put all these configurations inside our Firebase config file that we just created. So we don't need this comments, remove them, and then export this constant app. Export. Right. Okay. And to use the data Firestore database, we need to import one more thing here, which is called get Firestore from Firebase Firestore, and just put get Firestore, and at the bottom just create one more export const database equal to get Firestore, then the app inside the previous export. Then import this app in the app.js. So import from, wait a second, not this, okay, Firebase config, and to import we need the app here. So app has now been imported. Fine. Then what we need to do is, continue to console. So let's first send data to the Firestore database. So open Firestore database here. Then in this home page we have the inputs of all the data. So let's create 3 states for 3 inputs: uploader, photo, and location. So just import use state hook from React. We will create 3 states. So const, first is the uploader name. So uploader, set uploader, use state, then it's a string. Second is, okay, we don't need this photos because we will just get data from this input directly. Then the location. So const location, set location equal to use state. Still this will be also an empty string, so put it here. Now let's set the data from this input field. Then on change set uploader e dot target dot value, and here also, but this will be set location, not uploader, because this input field is for location. Then we need a function for input for this file input. So create it const get image or get photo, make it an add function. Just copy get photo and just do, okay, where is it, this input type. So on change get photo, and this will be e dot target dot, just make it simply e, or we can do it like this, e dot target, okay, leave it, let's just make it e, and we will get data from here. So console.log, let's see what we are getting here if we just select a photo. So open inspect element console, let's choose some photo here. So let me choose this photo, lake photo. So we're adding all this data here, so we need the target inside this e. So e dot target dot value, and its values Wait a sec. E dot target dot not value. I think it's files. So okay, we need e dot target dot files, and if you open the files, we are getting this array of 0th index. So we need the 0th index here. So this is how we will do it. Then let's try it again. If we select, okay, we can't select same photo again. Select some other photo. So we're getting this whole bunch of data here. So we need to send this to our storage here in this Firebase storage. So let's choose how. Let's see how to upload this data. So let me search Firebase storage here, and we need, okay, let's search for how to store image in Firebase storage. Then this will open, not React Native. Open this one for the web, second link. So go at the bottom. This is the whole code of uploading image. So import this, get storage ref and everything else, and put it at the top from Firebase storage. Then we need this second thing, which is, let's create one instance of this storage. So storage, and into it will be get storage inside it, and we need this storage reference, this storage that we just created, and the image name. So here you see storage that we just created here, and this image is a folder that it will automatically create. So we don't need this folder here right now. We just need this e.target.files. So just put it here. Wait a second. No, this is for the name of the image. So just say name. It will calculate the value from e.target.files.name, and it will create the reference to the Firebase storage. Then we need to send this data to Firebase storage, this storage reference. So it will contain our storage ref, this one, file, and the metadata. So we don't have the metadata, so remove it. And instead of file, we need to send this e.target.files. So put it here, and remove console log. Then we need to start the upload here. This function called upload.on, state change and all. So put this here and save. So remove all the comments. Then let me explain what is all this. So these cases are for the error message in certain cases. So if the upload is being cancelled, if it is being authorized, or if the file is unknown in that cases. So I don't think we need it now. We just need this last part, which is called get download URL. And here this is the percentage meter of how much the file has been uploaded to the Firestore database. To the storage, Firebase storage. So this is that. So let's check by uploading one image. So just select an image here, choose photo, and choose any photo. Let's see this Tailwind CSS image. So it's running, it's done, and the file is available at this link. So if we go to this link, we will see our file. See this image. So storage is done, and it is returning as a file link here. So we need to create one state for this link. So const file link set file link equal to use state and string, empty string. Then store this download URL inside this state called file link using set file link. So it's done now. Then we need to add data to our database. So storage is done, but we need to still add data to our database. So let's do that. So we need a few things away also from here. So first is the database here. So just import from Firebase Firestore. So first is the add doc, which will be used to add document. Second is the collection, that will be used to create a collection. So just go to Firestore database. So we need to add a collection here. So you see there is a button called add collection here. So we will do it from our application. So let's create a collection first. So what is this? Okay, let's create a collection first. So const database collection equal to collection. It will take two parameters. First is the database from this Firebase config. So let's import it as well. So we can just do import Firebase config. So we need to import database. So this database import is here. So the collection will take two parameters. First is the database. Second is the collection name. So let's make the collection to be photos, just photos. Now let's create a function. Okay, I forgot to add a button here also. So first let's create a function. So let's make it const submit data equal to use state. Sorry, not use state, we're not creating a function. Sorry, state. We are creating a function. And we also need a button here. So just simply let me create a button. A simple button, not but, we need button. Add or submit. Save it. So we have the button here. Give this button a class name of button submit. Let's style this button a little bit. So in app.css, just say button submit, width 100px, height 30px. Fine. So we need also the background color. So let's make it background color. Let's make it black, not black. So let's see some colors. So just head over to materialui.com and select colors here. It has all the colors that we can use. So let's choose this orange color. See what we get. So this orange is here, and we need the cursor to be pointer. So it's pointer. Outline none. Border to be none as well. Okay, fine. Border radius 1px solid. Sorry, it's radius, so make it 20px. Let's see. It's now rounded. And the color of the text. So color is white smoke. But this orange is too much darker. So let's select some. It's too much light. So select dark color. So let's make it this deep orange. So it's fine now. Also, we need this. Let's say change the border radius to 10px only, not 20. And let's make some red border around. So 1px solid and the same color. So it's fine now. We have our submit button here. So we need now is a font. So we already had a font called outfit. So just copy and add the font in this button. So it's now looking better. Our submit button. Then in this home.js, we need to map that function that we created to this button as an on-click event. So button on click, this function called submit data. Save it. So it's now done. Our submit data function is now mapped to this button. Now let's add data. So we will just use add doc, and then the first parameter it will take is the, which is this database collection reference that we created. So paste it. Second thing is the data itself. So we will just pass the data as an object. So first is the uploader. Just mark that as uploader and uploader. This first uploader is the data that will be sent or seen here in this Firestore database. Second uploader is our state. Second state is called location. So just put location as location, doesn't matter. Third is the file link, or let's say photo link, and this will be file link. So it's done. Now let's try to save it. We can add one more field here, which is called timestamp. So just head over to moment.js and install it using this command. Then we need to import this moment at the top. So let's do that. Import moment from moment. Let's wait for it to finish, then we will do everything else. Okay, sorry, we don't need to close this. So now let's add the moment package here. So just import moment from moment, and we will add the file link. Sorry, we need to add the timestamp, and it will be this any date we choose here, any property. So let's just choose the date and the year. So put this here, and we will create one promise dot then. So if it fulfills, we will see an alert which will say data sent, or if there is an error, we will use catch to catch the error. So just we will say alert data not sent. Save it, and then we don't need this switch cases, so remove it, and this error from params, and we don't need, I guess. Okay, let's see. Now let's try to add some data. So refresh the page and enter the uploader, which is Nishant. Click choose photo, and we will see, let's see the sanity photo, lake photo. So it's been uploading. Then let's add the location. So let's say the location should be Patna, or anything if you wish, you can add it. Click submit. So we are getting this data sent message. It means our data has been sent here in this Firestore. So let's check. So it has this document and the location, photo link, timestamp, and the uploader. So it's successful. We can send data to Firestore database. And if we check the storage, we will see our image here. So let's see. Here we have these 3 images previous. So let's remove this 2, and we will see only this lake image. See, if we go to this link, it will open up in this new window in the Chrome. So add data has been done. So let's do the read data from Firebase in the see all photos. So here, if we click this, if we click one photo, it will expand to a modal. So it has the title, it has the uploader and the location, and it's with all the 3. See, so let's do it. So open the which folder, this photos component now. So here we will read data. So just like add data, we need this import. So import from Firebase Firestore. So we need get docs and the database. So import from Firebase config, and here they should be database. Okay. So let's create an instance just like we did in the home page for this database, photos database, this database here. So let it open. So just go into Firestore database. So we will create instance of this photo there. So database collection. So to get data, we just need the use effect hook. Use effect. Then we need this get docs function. Const data equal to get docs database. Sorry, not database, database collection. Okay, now let's see what we are getting here in the console. So console.log data. So collection is not defined. We need to call input collection here also. Collection and use effect hook. Now let's check. Open the console and okay, fine. We need to set a promise here first. So just create a function called get data. And then put these two inside this get data function. Make it as an async function, and this should be await get docs. Then call this function inside the use effect hook simply like this. Then it will work. So if we are saying is here. So we need this docs. So data.docs. Let's see. So put it here. And we need to map this data. So data.docs.map. It will take an item. Let's say item. Then we will just put the item dot data. Wait a sec. We need to store it inside this. So item dot data, and let's also add the ID. So ID will be item dot ID. So we are storing item dot data with the ID of the item. So save it, and we are getting this array called this array, which contains the photo link, the ID, location, and the timestamp, and also the uploader. So let's store this into an state to map it first. So let's make it photo data, set photo data, use state. It will be an empty array first initially. Then we will just set photo data to this data C. Then let's map it simply here. So clear one column. Okay, clear two columns. We will only need one column because it will automatically repeat itself. So photo data dot map. It takes data, a parameter. Then we will return it. So return it here. Then we need to see the data where we need to map the data first. So in this card we have this image. So let's rename the image or change the image source. So image source should be data dot photo link. See, so we are having only one data. Wait a sec. Okay, it's not loading. So we have this photo link data here, and we need to send this data to this modal now. It's our next challenge. So we can just when we click this button or this image, this data should be get sent to one function. So we are sending this data. See, on click of this model or this photo, we are calling this function called set modal. So let's send data here. So we can change the function call like this and just send this data to the top, and we will receive it inside this data. And if we just console.log this data, let's see what we get. So here we know, okay, refresh the page now. Let's check. Click this image. So we are getting this data called all the data in the line number 10 here. Line number 10 is this console.log, and we need to set the modal data here. So what we can do is, wait a sec. So const photo desc description set photo description, and this will be an object. Use state and an object, because this is an object we are sending at the top. So okay, it's here. So we will just send this photo description, set photo description to this data, and just then we can just say the uploader should be photo description dot the uploader, the name, and the second thing is the location. I think it was location. Put location here. Now let's check, and also the image we need to change. So we forgot this. So just need this photo location, photo description dot photo link. Let's break it down like this first. Now let's check. If we click this image, we are seeing this photo uploader Nishant and the location called Patna. Let's also add the timestamp here. So the timestamp is this. So put it here. So it's Nishant, location Patna, and the timestamp. So we can also put timestamp at the bottom after this model data here. Let's see. So it's now much better than before. So it's now done. Okay. Now the thing is here, we need to make this text more attractive. So we can just target this model data and the p text inside, and let's use this font family called outfit here. So put it. See, this all the three data has been changed, but this is not inside. This timestamp is not inside this model data. It is inside this, which is nothing. So let's just do another p and remove this one and save it. So all the three has been changed. Now let's make it a little bit more bold. Font family 600. It's not working. Let's try 700. And okay, 700 is also not working. Why? So we are using two fonts. Okay, we are using Noto Sans and this. So where is Noto Sans? So let me open fonts.google.com, and we have this two font families here already. So we can just use this Noto Sans. No, not here. Okay. So outfit is 400 regular and semi bold 600. So if we make it 600, it's not working. So let's leave it, because it's just a simple styling. You can style it if you wish. Okay, so let's add some labels here. So this is the uploader, this is the location, and this is the timestamp. Okay, this time is fine. Time. So uploader Nishant, location Patna, and time this. Fine. So also we don't need this basic modal text here. So where is it? Title. So remove it. Okay, let's leave it here and just remove title text. Let's see what we get. Okay, we are still getting this. So let's select some title here in the modal. Let's say the photo, simple photo. Okay, or C photo. Fine. So we need one more thing here, a delete button or one delete icon. So let's head over to undesign to get the delete icon. So undesign, open it, and we need the component. Open the components here. So we need the icon. Fine. So just search icon here. List of icons. So we need the trash icon. Okay, trash. So there is no icon of trash here. So let's try delete. So okay, we have this delete icon here. So it has been copied. So let's place it after this image. Sorry, before this image here. And I think we need to import it also. So how to import this icon? Let's search it again. Icons. Icon. How to import this? Delete outlined. Let's try a button. It should have some icon here. So this is the icon button. Fine. Okay, this is the import we need here. So just import it at the top and just change the icon name. So in our case, the icon name is this delete outlined. So put it here and then save. So we should be able to see this icon of delete here. We can also change the size of the icon. So let's say how to change the size. So button size. If we choose icon here again, let's see the documentation of icon. Icon sizing, fine. So let's try to change the size of the icon using size. Let's make the icon of 24 pixels. Or what was the 32 pixels also we can use. So just make it as 32. But it's not increasing. So font, okay. Let's try style. Then width to have 30. Let's try 30. It's not working. 130. What is this? Fine, not working. So let's leave the icon now, for we will see it later. So okay, we need to push it to the top right. So just do it. Let's do it. So this div should be a class name of delete icon. And position absolute, right 0 or 20 pixels. Let's make 20. And top should be 0. So let's try top 0. Okay, not 0. Let's try 10 or 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, 60 is fine, but it should be 10 pixels from the right only, or 20 will be fine. Let's leave it. Okay. Okay, let's try to add the width here. Width 30 pixels. Not working. Fine, no problem. So we have the icon here, but we need to adjust the image as well. So image is this image. So modal image is the class name. So padding 20 pixels. Let's give it. Okay, it's now shrunk down to this. Fine. And this, just give this delete, outline the class name of delete. Just make it delete. And we need just one thing here. So cursor will be pointer. So if you hover this, our cursor will be pointer cursor. Okay. So let's make this modal image a little bit circular. So border radius 15 pixels. Make it as important. Wait a sec. Delete icon. So where is the image? Where was the image? Okay, this modal image. So if we just close it and try it again, it's still the same. So modal image. Okay, let's try to implement this delete icon now. So create a function called handle delete. So first of all, when we click this delete button, our modal should close. So we will just set the is modal visible to false, or we will delete the item first. So we will just do something like so we need the one more property or two properties. First is doc and second is delete doc. So first we will create an instance of our document. So just say const delete, just delete equal to doc, and it will take the ID. So where is the ID? So you can just say photo description. Wait, we need to pass this function to this button. So on click, so it should be photo description dot id. So it should be here at the top in this function, and first we need to pass this database. So this database should be first. Second thing it needs is the collection name. So the collection name is this photos. Third thing is the ID that we just got here. So put it here. Okay. We need to change the name of this variable. So let's say doc reference. Doc ref. Okay, fine. It's fine. Then delete doc. We will pass this doc ref here. Just that. And after this delete is done, it will close the modal. So dot then we can just say this set is modal visible to false. So now let's try this. If we click delete here, the modal has been closed, and if we check, we don't have any data here. So we also need to call the get data again, because this is not getting removed. So it's not removed. So when this is done, we will just call set is modal visible and get data. So now let's try to add data and delete it again. So upload an image, say it's Nishant. Let's make it also Kumar. Choose one photo. This let's select this black hole image. Then location, let's say, okay, black hole, just type it, black hole. Submit. Data sent, fine. If we see all photos, it's here. So we need one more data. So let's choose it or add it. Uploaded name Nishant, choose photo. Now let's select, what should we select? Okay, sorry, wrong photos here. So we need, okay, let me select one image. I am getting too far. This one, Nishant. Click submit now. So data sent here. Open see all photos. But we are not getting this image here. Why? I think it hasn't been uploaded properly yet. So if we see, so okay, we don't have the photo link, so we delete this. We need to create one check. So if first we let's create one feature. So if the data has been or photos have been uploaded, only then the submit button will activate. So let's do it. Or if the photo is being uploaded, the submit button will be a loading button. So how to do that? So it's in the home page now. Okay, so enter the uploader. So we need one state first, so let's create it. So const is loading or is uploading, set is uploading equal to use state, and it should be false, the boolean value false. Then we will set the set is uploading to true when we click this, when we select our button or we'll select our file. Set is uploading to true. Then when it's done, we will just set it to false. So it's here. Now let's create one rotating button icon here. So just select button. So we okay, just go to introduction and let's select some button here. Okay, leave it. It will take too much time. So let's just make it as disabled button. So where is the state is uploading? So where is the button here? This is a button. So if it is loading, wait, is loading or is uploading, we will just set okay, disabled or else nothing. Wait a second. This is not how it will work. So disabled, if his uploading is true, it will be true, or else false. So let's try it again. Try it now. So it's now not disabled. So let's select one photo. Let's select this lake photo. So it's not disabled. So let's select some other photo, this one. So it's not getting disabled. So if we refresh the page, so let's see what is the problem here. Okay, the button is not getting disabled here. Okay, let's see this icon here in the undesign components. Okay, we need to search here the button. So select button here. Components, where is the button? Button, badge, alert. So we can also use alert from here. Okay, button is here. So let's select some loading button. This is the loading button here. So where is the button loading? Okay, copy this button and just put it here. Replace this button here. Also let's import this button from top. So input and the button, save it. Let's go down and see what we are getting. So we are getting this loading button. So just the thing we need is this on click event here, and don't need the button, and this should be submit. So this loading is only true. So if we just make this as true, it will be loading, or if it is false, it will be not loading. Wait a sec. So loading. We need to make it boolean, I think. So false. Okay. If it is false, it's not loading, and if it's true, it's loading. See. So let's copy that set is uploading, and so if it is loading, it will be true, or else it will be false. So save it. So select one photo, some big photo, and see it's loading, and when it's done, it will be stop loading. See, it's done now. So now let's also add one alert. So alert was here. Where was the alert? Batch calendar. Okay, this is the alert here. So click alert. So we need this alert called success. So just copy it, and if it is done, we will just print the alert. Okay, this is a field alert, not the alert we want. So let's leave it for now. We will just use some other thing, other plugin for alert. So it's done. Now we can do one more thing. So this choose photo, if we choose one photo, the image is not coming here. Sorry, this, if we choose some photo, the name is not coming in this choose photo. We'll only see choose photo. So let's add the photo name, photo file name. So create one state called const photo name set photo name. This will be a string, empty string, and we will just send the photo name here. So it should be here. Set photo name and the file name e.target.files.name here, and we will just add this set photo name in this choose photo. So if it exists, we will just show this, or else the simple string of choose photo. Save. Now let's try this function. Click some image and see the image name is coming here, and it's being uploading. Okay, we need to do one more thing here, one last thing in our UI. So if it is uploading, if the image is loading or uploading, we have to show one text called uploading image, or else we can just show one text of submit, some default text. So select one image here, some other image, sorry, this, let's select image. So it's uploading image. See, when it finishes, it will be submit. So see, it has been uploaded. So let's do, what can we do? So enter the upload is done, this is done. See all photos. So you see, it's getting, it is taking some time in loading the image. So we can add a loader here in our photos page. So create one more state here. Okay. Const loading set loading. This will be true initially, true. Then in this alert, not in this alert, in this undesign, let's choose some loader. So we need to search here, loader or spinner. spin. What is the spin? Okay, this is a spinner. So we can also use the size. So just say this. Where is it? Okay, this is the code of the spinner. So spinner size middle, spin size large. Fine. So if we can do it here, if this loading, okay, if the loading is true, we will show the spinner, or else we will show the photos data map. Fine, got it. So just cut it from here. Okay, mouse is running too fast. Wait. So just cut this from here and put it here. Next thing to add loader. So let's add loader here. So I think we don't need this curly brackets here. Without it, it will be fine. And here we will just add the spin large. So it's added. Okay, fine. So let's now try this. Okay, this, let's go to upload an image, then see all photos. So we're not seeing the loader here, but the image is here. So okay, it's true. Wait a sec. If it is true, so it's true now. We should be able to see the spinner. Okay, we need to save this. Okay, sorry. And we need to import the spin from undesign. So import this and let's try. See, we are getting the spinner, but it's still loading because we haven't set it to false. So when the data is completed loading, we can just set it. So here we can just set loading to false. So refresh the page. We are seeing the loader and then the image. So okay, if we just say here dot then, let's see what we have here. Okay, we cannot do like this. Fine, no problem. So we can just put it here and see what we get. Not working. So put it after this here. Now let's try. So we are seeing this loader and then it goes blank and then this data comes. So what thing we are doing it wrong here? So we have this. Okay, constant get data. This await. What if we put it at the last after set photos data? If we get to upload image, then see all photos. Okay, it's now fine. We are getting this image here. Uploader, location and the time. Okay, let's choose. Okay, in this modal we only need one button which is called OK or cancel. So if we just find the modal here again, modal, so customize footer, we need this footer, so we can just say this footer, this. So copy this footer array and put it inside this modal here. put it here, and we need only one button, so remove all the other buttons, and on the cancel we will just call this handle cancel, remove this from here, and then say the button to be close. So if we just check here, okay, we need to import button as well. So import button from undesign. See, imported. So we are getting this close button here. So click close. It's getting closed. Fine. So let's add one more image here. So uploader, Nishant, choose one photo. So let's select this lake image. It's uploading. And the location, let's say Patna. Click submit. Data sent. See all photos. Okay, we only have one data. Okay, fine. The second data is also here. So if we refresh it, it's coming here, but it's getting late. Fine. So uploader, time, and the location. Here also this image, time and location. So it's done. We have two images and they are both coming here. Fine. Okay, this top X button is not working. So let's see how to remove it. In this modal, so visible on click. Okay, customized footer is done. Say we need the async logic. No. Okay, let's make the model to be centered. So I think we already have did that. So this closable should be false to hide that X button at the top. So do it. So you see this image has been hidden, and I think we can also hide this title. So how to hide title? If we see the props here, closable icon, keyboard mask, mask item, style, title. So if we just make title to be null, so it's hidden, but this image should be at the top here. So let's do it in the app.css. So X button or delete button. So the top should be just 20 pixels. So it's fine now. See, we have the image, one close button and the delete button here. So if we delete this modal will be closed and the image will be disappeared from here. You see. So we can add now, we can see all photos and delete them. And the thing here, so if we just go to spin, we need to make it in the center. So spinning tip, wrapper class name. So where is the loader? This is the loader. Where is the loader? Here. Just give it a div. I mean wrap it inside a div and give the class name of loader container. And at the CSS, just make the display to be flex. Justify content center. If we refresh, the loader should be in center, but it's not. So I think we need the width of 100%. If we refresh, it's not in the center. So I think we need this basic usage. Okay. Inside a container, let's use this one. So we can use this code here, just put it to make it in the center. So if we refresh, okay, it's not in the center yet. So what is the problem? Spin example class name. First of all, I think it's in the center, because we also have to consider this sidebar. So we can just use position relative left 50%. Let's see. Refresh the page. let's try 100%. If we see, okay fine, it's not working properly, so let's leave it at that, this code. But background here we need to change. If we see, okay, it's now fine. So we are having a loader, and okay, it's better to remove this, we don't need it, it's looking ugly, so leave it. So we have the loader, and then we are getting this image here. Fine. But one more thing, so if you see, if we refresh, we are having some problem in the loading, so it takes some time to get data. So in this photos.js, we can just set in this use effect, it should be true. So if we refresh, this should be true. So let's try. If we refresh, it's true, and then it's the data is coming here. So it's fine, no problem. And or if we just move it to the top, let's see what we have. Refresh. Okay, it's still the same, no problem. So it's now done, I think, all the things here. So that's how you build a photo gallery using React and Design Fire and the Firebase. So the only last thing we need is to install this React Hostify. So let's install it. Just type yarnet React Hostify. And we will add a toast message when our data is sent or our data is deleted. So we need to import this here as well. So what first we need to let it finish first. So wait for it. So it has been installed, and now let's do the rest. So okay, not here. We can just add the toast message when our add is complete or when our delete is complete. So we can just say this get data. Okay, fine here. So toast.success photo deleted. Save. Now let's try it. Delete one photo. So if we open this and delete this, we will get this photo deleted message here. And let's do the same for the upload message or create message. So import this toast message, toast container, and this, then the toast container component here, and then the message. So the message should be coming from here. We can also use replace this alert here. So toast.success photo added, and if it is not added or we get an error, we can just say please photo upload failed. Okay, sorry, spelling wrong. Failed. Save. So let's add one photo. Uploader Nishant. Choose photo. So let's choose one photo, this one. It's getting uploaded. So let's wait for it. Location, let's say India. India. Click submit. Photo added. And if we see all photos, it should be here. See. Uploader Nishant, location India, and the time 30 November, today's date, I mean. Then we can upload. Okay. So let me think. What was I thinking? So I think it's all done. So that was all about how to create a photo gallery using React, Firebase and Undesign. So you can also experiment a little bit further in this project. So now I am signing off. So goodbye and good night.